Item 7D, approve the revised 5-year forecast and its accompanying assumptions for fiscal year 2017 through fiscal year 2021 for submission to the Ohio Department of Education. I am going to ask for, just to give you a little preview, I'm going to ask for board comment regarding the 5-year forecast after Vic's presentation. If anybody has any comment about the levy or about where we go from here, I think that would be appropriate time to do that. So I don't want to surprise you. So you can get your thoughts together, Vic. I guess we need a motion first, huh?
So, okay.
Okay. In regards to the 5-year forecast, a couple of items that I want to point out. With the biennium budget not being approved, none of that was taken into any consideration because nothing is final until the end of June. So. Unfortunately, I'm not able to put any of those numbers anticipated into the forecast. In regards to the carryover balance, just so that everyone is aware, the carryover balance that seems to be a point of discussion is the balance ending as of June 30th. But that is not a true balance. That is just what we end up as June 30th. Because in the month of July and August, we still have payroll for the accrued wages for the teachers, and we still have all of our incurred liabilities that have taken place prior to June 30th. So although that seems to be the line everybody talks about, that truly is not a true figure because of there's outstanding obligations that need to be handled prior to if the doors would close on June 30th. So I just want to make mention of that. And then also in my October forecast, I had revenue from new levies on in section 13.010. And as you can see, I've taken that out due to the fact that the levy has not passed. So, okay.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about the 5-year forecast? Anybody want to talk a little bit about that or about where we go from here in regards to that?
I just had the one thing in regards to now that we've had 2 attempts and where we go from here. I kind of think we need to kind of get back into the work study or the work sessions and have a day where we could spend several hours just going over, numbers in detail and status of the district also, not on the financial side of it, but I just wanted to throw that out there to go back to, put out a public information meeting. I mean, whoever shows. If nobody shows, it's not our deal. But I was looking at sometime in late summer before school started to set something, and then sometime later in the year before the holiday season, like the 1st of August, the end of October is what I would suggest. So just throwing that out there to everybody.
Anybody have any?
On a Saturday, preferably.
Anybody have any thoughts about having a work session? Everybody okay with that?
You mean a work session like what we always had before, like the treasurer's report and all
that? Just to get an update and to get a better grip on the finances. Since I've said it to several people, I think we're under the microscope. So I think we need to be better prepared as far as.
And then we have to be more aggressive at going out and selling it. We can't just drop the ball and say we don't need it because it's definitely a need. And I don't think that we.
But until that point, you're gonna have to prove that you can run on the money that you have.
And it's going to be hard to get people to come out too. You got to get them to come to the meeting, even if you got to get a bus and go out and pick them up.
If they don't come, we'll still. Our work session is still going to continue if there's no input from the public. That's not really what the whole work session is for.
Well, the work session is a good idea because we can, as our treasurer has said, she's not really going to be able to close the books on this year until August, and that would be a good time to have a work session so we can actually see what the fund balance is. Because a lot of people say, well, you got all that money to bank. Well, yeah, but
we really don't.
Yeah, we really don't. And,
How much it costs to run a school system.
and it's all, we have a negative cash flow, and we're eating into that, and it's, even after being on, we got these awards, and even after being on the board this long and being a professional at it, it's extremely difficult to understand the whole funding formula, and I should put an S on the end of that because of all the different formulas. And for us who deal with it, and we have a hard time, the treasurers have a hard time, to expect the general public to understand is a really big learning curve. So we need to be able to have a handle on exactly where we're at. That's not going to happen until August. Having a work session to get updated is a great idea. And then moving into the next school year, we are all better informed of exactly where we're at and be able to answer questions, you know, moving forward. So.
And by then, the new budget will have been
New
enacted.
budget will be finalized. We'll have some really, really good numbers by August. And not that they're going to be any better, but we'll have good firm numbers.
I just want to say I'm disappointed in the result, but I guess people have spoken. We heard what they had to say, and we're going to do the best we can. I appreciate TK's idea. I think the work sessions are a great idea. Possibly you could put that on the July agenda, and then we can pick a day that in July to do it in August. That's all right with everybody. If we don't have any other discussion, you want to take a roll call on the motion.
Did you want to say anything?
But,
Did you want to say anything?
I'm sorry.
no, I'm good.
Okay. Mr. Hiscox?
Yes.
Mr. Burketti?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Gallo?
Yes. Item 8, establishment of the date of the next regular meeting, Wednesday, June 14th. That's one day off of our usual.
I think we went from the 15th, which was a concern, back to the 14th. It seemed to have worked for everybody, so we'll do it at 5 o'clock on Wednesday.